Welcome, everyone. Happy Friday. We have an awesome class plan today. Well, I have an awesome class plan for you. I know you're like, what did I plan? You come with no plans at all, just hopefully open hearted, open minded. And if you're not feeling that way, come as you are. Hopefully, I will help you open your heart space. And just by moving our bodies, I feel that movement is medicine. Hopefully, our minds will feel a little bit more open too. The weather is helpful today now that we've gotten a little sunshine. It's not so cold outside. So I really hope that today is a great day for you and that yoga makes it even better. Thank you so much for coming. When you're feeling ready to begin, there's no rush. You come to practice whenever you're ready. But when you are ready, we're going to move into our yoga spaces. And we're beginning today in a standing position. So as we begin, let's find our footing. Hopefully you have been barefoot for a little while today, but if you've just slipped off your socks and shoes, just let those babies stretch out. I like to try to lift my toes and widen them. We definitely want to establish our footing, finding the four corners of our feet, the inner foot, ball, and inner heel, and then the whole blade edge. And then see if you can just move a little back and forth between those four corners. Toes are light. They can be laying on the ground, but they're feeling light and loose. Shift your weight forward. Optionally lift your heels a little bit. Test your balance. Shift back. Just lift one ball of foot. Otherwise, we'll do somersaults. We don't want to do that yet. Lift the other ball of foot. And try that a few times. Lift forward, maybe rock off the balls of your feet. Rock back, lift each. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Lift a little here, lift a little there. One more round. Big breath in. Full, easy breath out. Very, very nice. Take a step inwards and then step left leg all the way back. We're just going to do some easy stretches to begin today. As we step our left leg back, let's try to plant the heel. And if you step too far and you can't do that, just step back in. Your hands can be anywhere, long and loose, or perhaps even on your hips. We're trying to shift our weight a little forward to feel a calf stretch happening back here. Slowly, my friends, we'll bend our back knee and then press the foot back down flat. I'm getting into a couple different calf muscles here, bending and pushing back flat. And as you bend, try to keep soft left toes. One more time, just like that. A little bend, a little straighten. Even while we're stretching gently in the beginning, moving with the breath here. Stepping inwards, and we'll draw that same heel towards our backside. If you're able to catch it, take a little hold on the top of your foot. Stand with a firm stomach. We'll take a little lift of our bellies as if your navel wants to hug your spine, helping your balance when the core is engaged. Reach out to the side, or if you're really unsteady and you have a support near you, use furniture or your wall. If you're feeling steady, we'll reach to the sky. Remember how we tilt our tailbones, my friends, down towards the floor? That might scoot your knee forward a little bit, so we'll slide it back to meet the right knee. But that tucking of the tailbone can really help deepen that stretch. One more big inhale. Fully exhaling, loosen up just a little bit. Step the left leg behind you, a big step, not close to those right toes, a big step. We'll sweep all the way up and over, stretching through the whole left side of our body. I love how it looks like a smile through that left side. So you might even bring a smile to your lips if it feels good. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, step right back to the center. Widen up through your feet and turn your toes out just a little bit. We're going to bring our hands to our thighs, thumbs face out. I actually wrap mine around the outer calf and your fingers face in. Sit down into a little squat, draw your navel up and in again. And exhale here, rounding to a standing cat pose. Tuck chin as if you'd like to look at your navel and pull your tailbone down again. Inhale, opening your belly. Now, for some folks, the shoulders forward don't feel great. So you might want to swivel, thumbs forward, fingers out for your cows. Top of head and tailbone will rise. Now whole front body really opening. Swivel fingers in if you'd like to change them. Exhale, cat. Fingers out, inhale, cow. One more round, exhale. Press away from your thighs. Finish that breath. And sip a big, slow inhale as we open even through our throats. Exhale, standing back up. Sometimes the thighs get a little steamy, so shake those out. Let your arms be long and loose. Shake those around. And when you're ready, we'll take that big step back with the right leg. Come to about hips width distance. So as you step back, you feel pretty balanced. We want to flatten that foot. So we have to find that sweet spot. Did you get it? Okay, arms anywhere. Bend into your right knee. Press the right foot back down flat. Now check into your left toes. Let them be soft. Sometimes they want to grip. Release tension. Beautiful. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Do you notice you're thrusting forward here? Pull in a little bit. I like to think about knitting the ribs together. We'll go for one more round with your breath. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, step forward. Maybe we can pick the leg up right away. Find a support if you need it, or stretch to the sky if you don't. Let's tuck. Sometimes we feel a little pressure in the low back if we have a popped forward belly like a cow. So we'll draw everything back in, tailbone down, knees as side by side as we can get them. And then take some big breaths to the right hip flexor and your right thigh. Soften in your jaw. Inhaling a sense of joy and happiness that we made time for ourselves today. Letting go of stress and tension. When you're ready to release that foot, we take a giant step to our left. Sweep up and overhead. Lean to your left. If you feel tension in your low back, come a little forward, like you're reaching to the diagonal. But we'll take a beautiful breath from the right fingers down to the right toes. And one more slow inhalation here. And however it feels good to get back to the center, I'm releasing my hands, stepping the feet back in. Let your hips shake a little side to side. Take them for a swirl around, a little circle. Those are big stretches, so we're just gonna loosen up again. Ooh, I got some cracks in there. Coming on back to the center. Heels back under your hips, lift left heel, and let's warm up. In these cold weather months, it's a little cold anyway in my house. I'm not sure how you're feeling in your area, but it gets a little bit challenging to work into our bodies quickly. So we'll do an extra warm up in the cold weather months. Swivel the other way. There we go, nice loose toes, beautiful. Come on back down when you're ready. If you found something sticky, always stay where your body feels like it needs it. We'll move intuitively today. Right heel will rise. Take it for a little swirl. Sometimes we have to move really slowly if we're feeling quite rigid or jerky. We want to smooth out this full round circle. Switch your directions. Love these fun little movements. Lubricating inside the joints, finding some freedom and mobility feels so good. Come on back into the center. Let everything shake out. I like to tuck my toes under. That gives you a nice stretch for the front ankle. Not everyone's toes agree with this, so if they don't, just keep on shaking. If you tucked under, we'll try the next side as well. Go a little into shoulders, and then we're going to find our child's pose. Take some long, loose arms and roll backwards. If it's challenging for you to roll in your shoulder socket smoothly, one at a time. Really take your time here. If it's available to you, we'll try moving forward. Again, one shoulder at a time can really help you loosen up in that joint. And if it feels good, go ahead and rock both shoulders at the same time. Up, forward, down. Want to rock around to unlock it. Okay, great job. Sweep your arms to the sky. Bend your knees and stay lifted with your heart towards me, but sweep the arms back and down. Rise. Sweep the arms back and down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Think about bringing in joy, exhaling stress and tension. Inhale lightness, exhale heaviness. 2 more. Beautiful job. Reach and release. Arms down any way it feels good. Let's make our way to tabletop position. I'm going to take myself to forward fold, bending knees slightly, chin to chest, rolling like a rag doll. If something feels interesting in your back as you roll, take good care of it. Pause where you need. And as you find your way to tabletop, we're stretching out long to extended child's pose. Hips to heels, yogis, for today's warm-up in child's, please close your knees. Now, obviously, if you're pregnant or it just doesn't feel good or you just had a big meal, you can open your knees, but it's going to be a little easier to move this warm-up if our knees are pretty close together. Stretching long through your fingers, the webbing of your fingers is wide. And we have a bowing down, a heavy chest. Hips back towards our heels. Take one more big breath in child's pose. And as you exhale, we'll draw back, really firmly pressing the right hand down. Draw it back towards your knee. Reach up back into tabletop as we do a forward shoulder circle. If that's a real challenge for you, bend the elbow. Back to extended child's. Inhale. Exhale, left arm, same thing. Push through the palm, draw it back strong. Inhale, reach all the way up, bend overhead. Pause and release. Inhale. Exhale, draw back. Inhale, stretch up and over. Exhale, release. One more like that. Inhale while you pause. Exhale, drag. Inhale, circle. And release. Both arms are coming at the same time, my friends. Drag both palms back, sitting in thunderbolt pose. Swiveling fingers behind you, puffing up under your chest and collarbones. Head is welcome to fall all the way back. Tuck chin back to chest, sit, sweep arms high to sky. Bow down as slowly as you can, using a little core and a little back body. Long inhalation as you settle back to extended child's. Exhale, both palms, activate through them as you push, push, push into the ground, drag back. Thunderbolt pose, uplift your heart space. Eyes back to the side wall, sweep to the sky, slow release down to extended child's pose. Optional add-on coming your way. Inhale, extending through fingertips. Exhale, pressing through palms, dragging. Use your shoulder strength. As you inhale to uplift your heart, consider hips rising off the heels if that feels good to you. Exhale, sit back down, thunderbolts. Inhale, reach arms skywards. Exhale, bow forward and down as slowly as you can. Movement matches breath. Inhale, extend, child. Last round, just like that. You take either option. Exhale, drag. Inhale, heart and collarbones open. Exhale, sitting back down. Reach to the sky. Exhale, release. Inhale through your extended child's pose. Exhale up to your tabletop. Tuck your toes under here. Lifting through the hips, a tiny little short downward facing dog. We are widening our feet to the left and right sides. Bending your knees here, bend the right knee a whole lot, and left arm reaches under the body, grabbing the outer right calf. You can hold your knee or your heel as well. We're going to straighten that right knee and take a gentle twist towards our right armpit. I like to look under the armpit. If it's really challenging for your hamstring, just keep your knee bent. Back through the center, rebend your right knee so we could release our left hands. Bend both knees again, but the left really generously bent. Right arm under your body, holding outer left leg, the lower leg somewhere. And if you'd like more intensity, we straighten the left leg, peeking under our left armpits. Coming back to the center, rebend. Find that little short down dog, but close your toes this time. Look at your thumbs and slide yourself up to a forward fold. You can be as wide as your feet need to be to find your balance and your stability. We're going to take another twist. Left knee bends. Right arm reaches to the sky. If that's too high, land on your hip. Optionally, left hand can grab the right calf to help us twist a bit more deeply. Eyes down, right fingers down, switch sides. Right knee bends, left arm stretches skyward. Right arm can hold left calf for a little more twist and lift. Eyes down, fingers down, roll yourself back to the sky. Let's really find a strong sun salutation today so we feel confident moving through it with eyes closed. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, fingers fall mountain pose. Tuck chin. We'll move a bit more slowly to find our confidence. Rolling down to forward fold. Knees as bent as you need. Eyes are open for the first 2 rounds, yogis. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingers press off your shins. Exhale, forward fold. Step, step. Right leg, left leg. Straight back to downward facing dog. And we'll find our way here with 2 breaths each time. So you have time to move if it feels good. Stillness if it honors or serves you better today. We're all doing our own practice here. Let's move ourselves forward on your next inhale. We're finding plank. Shoulders align over your wrists. Feel free to drop your knees down to support your chaturanga. Bend elbows so that the toes are facing the elbows. The 2 could connect with lines of energy. Point through the toes. Pressing up. Each one will be a baby cobra today, yogis. Keep hands about middle ribs. Press through them as we keep tucking. Elbows in and bottom of shoulder blades pulling towards our spine. Rest back down. Slide hips back to child's pose. Lift up through your hips, downward facing dog. And we have our eyes open still, so we're gonna look at our thumbs to create space under our chest. Step, step all the way forward. If you're feeling tight, it may be several steps. Hang heavy in your forward fold and roll yourself to rise. All right, we're gonna try to move the same way, but with breath. Inhale, extend, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hold mountain pose. Tuck your chin, fall down on the inhale towards your forward fold. And exhale, totally release through the back of your neck. Chin tucks up towards your chest. Eyes still open, yogis. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fully forward fold. Left leg, right leg, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale up through the tailbone. Inhale down through your heels, a sense of energetically grounding ourselves. Rolling forward on your inhalation. Exhaling through chaturanga. Remember that our toes and elbows face one another. Our elbows really hug in. Hands slide back towards middle ribs. A little boost from the palms, squeezing through the shoulder blades. Uplift your heart. Exhale, sigh back, child's pose. Inhale, rise on up to our downward facing dogs. Let's pause here for 2 breaths. Could you find an inhale and widen your body? Send it from one side to the other. Find an exhale and lengthen your body. Maybe we send it through the palms, through the crown, through the tail, or through the feet. One more round like that. Breathe wide. Breathe long. Looking at your thumbs, feel how that creates space under your body. Lead with the left foot, but take as many steps as you need to find your fold. Fully hang here. And let's inhale to roll ourselves, taking good care of your back if you'd like to pause anywhere along the way. Stretch all the way to the sky. Big inhale, lift. Pause here, my friends, and fill up with confidence. Exhale, blink your eyes closed. Hey, listen, if this is not your thing, forget about it. Just keep them open. But this is a really nice way to very much connect with your body and honor the way you're moving. We don't need to see where we're going, we feel it instead. Choosing calm, choosing balance. Inhale again, let's begin. Exhale, fingers reach towards the floor, mountain pose. Inhale, tuck your chin to your chest and roll down to forward fold. Find an exhale, let your head totally hang. Maybe you even give it a little nose shake. Inhale, halfway lift, fingers slide up towards your knees. Yes, I added a sneaky little halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. I know you can do it. Right leg, left leg, step back. It can take a few steps to find that perfect length of your down dog. And then exhale, settle your heels towards the floor. Inhale, roll forward. We can't see, so we're gonna feel our shoulders over our wrists. Exhale, make your way down to lie flat on your belly, soft like a feather landing, toes point back. Now slide your thumbs back so they could tickle your middle ribs and hug elbows in. On your inhale, squeeze up, shoulders back and down. You can't see me, but your nose is facing me. Release on back down to your yoga mat. Press away, child's pose. Any breath, yogis, move with a breath. Don't worry about which one it is. Rising up. Now, once you refine your dog, we're going to hang out for 2 breaths. What can we feel here, yogis? Let's feel all middle knuckles pushing down into our yoga mat. Feel your chest sliding back towards your knees and your thighs opening to the wall behind you. Lift your chin, pretend we're looking forward. Right leg leads, step, step, or take a bunch of little tiptoes until you find fold. Hang through the back of your neck. Let's open our vertebrae. Roll 1 vertebrae at a time to rise. If something feels sticky or clicky, we kind of hang out there and massage it out. Ooh, that felt good. Okay, roll to rise. Hey, we're back. Oh, guess what? We have 1 more round. Are you still with me? Do you feel a little sway or dizzy? That's very normal. Be brave. I believe in you. Inhale, extend your mountain pose. Reach for your very best self at the top of your mountain. Fingers reaching down. They're dynamically open. Mountain pose. Tug the shoulders down. Chin tucks. Rolling through your spine. Forward fold. And then lift halfway. Just find that sense of length from top of head to pubic bone, strength in your core. Exhale, release back to forward fold. Let's start with our left leg. We're heading back to dog, followed by your right. Press, press, yogis. Feel a lift under your sits bones and a descent in your heels. Roll forward to your plank. Connect suspenders, shoulders pulling down towards hips. Exhale, release, eyes still closed. Come on, you got this. We're almost there. Press through the tops of your feet. Press through your hip bones and your ribs. What else is connected to the floor that can help boost you skywards? Ease back, stretch what you've just strengthened. Back body long and loose. Lift back to your dog. Hanging out for 2 breaths. Press your head back behind your elbows. Now you're welcome to really deep dive in your chest to create like a ski slope. But if you feel really tight, you could bend your knees a bunch and straighten out your spine. After your 2 breaths, lift your chin like you're looking forward and step with your left leg to start. Hang fully, heavy in your forward fold. And then we'll find our favorite way to rise. You may like a hinge, you may want to roll again. Almost there, almost there. Keep your eyes closed. Sweep your arms to the sky. Extended mountain pose. Fingers reach towards the floor, shoulders shrugging down, mountain pose. Broad, wide, tall, and sturdy. Blink your eyes back open. Hey, welcome back. Well done, my friends. Good work on those. Do you feel connected? Awesome. Let's move into strength. Reach back to the sky. Eyes are open from here forward unless you want to challenge yourself. Go for it. Exhale, forward fold. From this fold, let's take the right leg all the way back. And we're gonna angle it flat for warrior one. Hips will stay as forward as possible. Bring your arms to rise, and in your warrior one, try to draw belly in. We knit again, so we aren't flinging our chests forward and back bending. Enough of that in our sun salutations. As we reach, high five yourself overhead, and drop your thumbs towards the nape of your neck. Now with that connected belly, lift through the elbow points. We become longer. Little stretch for our triceps here. Re-reach to the sky, clasp around your low back. I like to make my arms really wide. And let's go left thumb on top there. Push your knuckles to chase your right heel. Take a big inhale. Would you be able to bend a little deeper in your left knee? Nice. Do you think you could spread the ball of your foot and lift through your heel? I believe in you. You got this. One more big breath in. Let that heel fall. Sweep arms back to the sky. Turn all 10 toes to the right, moving from warrior one to goddess. For my fellows, you may prefer the term sumo, whatever you want to call it. We're in a big, beautiful squat. Pulling down to goalpost arms, opening in the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades. Really nice. 5-pointed star, inhale. Back down into our goddess or sumo. Can we sink hips all the way down to knees? You know you're coming right back out, so why not? Good job, inhale. Back again. So nice. Inhale, hold for a moment. Take a big stretch. We're still soft in our knees. They're pulling high to the thighs to straighten our legs, but they are not locked. Come down to a squat you know you can sustain. Goalpost arms, squat. It could be this tiny. It could be this tiny. If you need a break, you can take it, but try to find something you know you can hold on to. Belly in. Beautiful job. Left forearm finds your thigh. Right arm stretches overhead. This forearm is not supporting our weight. Our core is, okay? So we're not here. We're really relying on a lifted bright core. Coming back to goddess or sumo. Right arm, so light. Left arm, core, really switched on. Go side to side. Breathe in as you stretch one way. Breathe out as you stretch the other. Just one more round. Big inhale. I love those side body stretches. Big exhale. Really nice. And as you hold this goddess for one more breath, can you consider knees towards your baby toes? Excellent job. Release the arms, straighten the legs. Go. Sigh away that heat. Always think of a dragon when we breathe out like that. Get the fire out of your body, send it out your mouth. Dragon's breath. Nice. Swivel left toes in, left heel back. Right toes towards the right side. It's going to be a tough transition. We're trying to move into warrior one here. So you might have to step around the corner. Sweep your arms to the sky, knit ribs together so we feel long in our backs. And take a big, beautiful breath in here. Give yourself that high five. Hey, way to make it to class today. Thumbs drop to nape of neck, elbows inch skywards. As you bend deeply into your right knee, solidly press down that back foot. We love to think about length through outer edge, lift in the inseam. Reach back to the sky, sweep around low back and clasp hands, right thumb on top, knuckles chasing our left heels. If you'd like, lift your right heel. We are soft in toes, big in our breath, right in our heart space. I told you we'd open our hearts today. That heel falls. We stretch back to the sky. One more round of goddess. Now, as you turn all 10 toes left, you could be a little cattywampus. So we're going to step. So if I had a measuring tape, you'd be straight across, big toe to big toe. Nice. And then we leg our toes out for goddess. Take a big sweep. Okay, same as before, optionally lifting through the heels. If you feel any pinching on the bottom of your feet, they're a little smushed, so try to spread them wide. And we're soft in the upper body. We're loose, we're ready. Left heel rises if you'd like as you lean over. Coming back to center, soft landing. Right heel rises. You can do this. Isn't it beautiful to move softly, knowing what you're capable of, telling yourself you're strong, using only the specific energy you need. So we save and conserve where we can, expend only what's necessary. Last round. Lift, lean, breathe. Inhale. Lift, lean, exhale. Come back. Find that big goddess. Lift and turn toes in. Stretch to 5-pointed star. Dragon's breath if it feels good. Find your way down to wide-legged forward fold. Some folks like to hold their hips to descend. Take a really slow slide down to your mat. Allow your fingers to fall. If you're really flexible, you may notice your head is on the floor. And if that's you, take your time, but move your heels and toes inwards so that your whole upper body is hanging heavy. Hanging out, literally, taking a load off, breathing in some relaxation and breathing out any stress and tension. We are ready to release. Inhale, relax. Exhale, let go. Let's lift halfway. Hands are just under our shoulders, and we'll toe heel in a little closer. We're still outside our hips width distance. So we can sit ourselves down in yogi squat. Any depth is great, above or below knees. If you're above, you'll use your hands or your forearms to gently assist the knees towards baby toes. If your hips are below your knees, you could use your elbows, palms, tented fingers, or interlaced knuckles. Pelvic floor is engaged. Heart space rising, it wants to stack over your tail. The best. Take a big, beautiful breath in to all of the places you're feeling sensation. Full exhale. Now you can fold to rise, or if you'd like, take another big in-breath, engage your pelvic floor, release any pressure on the inner thighs, and press through your heels to find your rise. Big sweep to the sky. Allow the arms to float back down. Step, hop, or toe heel, feet under hips. I like a hop because it's so cute. Like, how many times in life do you hop around at our age? It's fun to hop in and out in yoga. Hug your left knee to your chest. You could use hands. If it doesn't want to lift today, just at least lift your heel. You can do everything with your toes or the ball of your foot grounded. Hanging out here, do you want to close your eyes? Not a requirement, but definitely fun to do. I will spare you of my eyes closed balance because I've been practicing it this week and it's been disastrous. One more big breath here. And we're twisting to our left. Let's wrap around the low back. Left forearm, a little pressure there. Activate your shoulder. You could keep your right hand where it is. I prefer to move mine to the outer thigh. Now, yogis, our hips want to go here. So we're gonna really control that. Squeeze in like a panini press. Lift tall through crown of head. And swivel eye gaze towards your left shoulder. Encourage your chest to follow your eye gaze. If you're super duper wiggly, feel free to grab onto a support. Your left hand could reach for a wall or a sturdy piece of furniture. Into the center we go. Keep that leg elevated. Almost done. Almost. Switch arms. Right arm low back. Press in. Left arm inner thigh, but we're going to open it this time. Yes. Now, if you were down low, you'll still do the same. Just use your fingertips. Eyes look to your right. Encourage your chest to follow. One more big breath in. Come on back to the center. Release your arms. Bring knee to chest and set it down. Now, if your leg is feeling spicy, a couple things. You can swing it around. You can move it around. You can wiggle it. You can do your favorite dance move. Whatever makes you feel happy. Loosen up that hip and leg. When it feels ready, we're going to take hands to hips. Step back with the same leg. I know, we're almost done this side. Left toes step back. Reach fingers back, thumbs out, palms face the ground. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And we can always stay attached to the ground. Hinge forward, finishing this side in airplane pose. Optionally moving in our arms. Make sure you have space overhead, yogis, to reach out. As you hinge your body forward, we can lift the left leg to hip height. Sweep your left arm overhead and back. Right arm overhead and back. I like to keep the eyes under the nose. Keep going. Neck is long, breath is full. Last reach. And just as smoothly as you arrive, left toes down, press back up, step together, shake, dance, release it out. Yogis, that right glute from all that standing is feeling it, yes? Going figure 4. Feel free to find a support. Knee rises, cross the thigh, release. If you'd like to do it low, can be across the left toes. Sit, and then you are going to get a little bit of hip action on that side. Okay, breathe directly here and go. Let go. Feels better pretty quickly, right? Because you're strong. Release on up, shake everything, and let's try the other side. Big squeeze up. If you're lifting, hands hold the right knee. Very nice. We're going to the right first. Right forearm, low back, a little pressing in and down. You could keep your hand exactly where it is. Eyes travel right, stay tall, like you're being lifted from the crown of your head. Encourage your chest to follow your eye gaze. Be brave with that. What is the worst that could happen? Do you tumble out of your balance? If you do, you come right back to it. Through the center, we find one another. Hey now, welcome back. Hold that knee, left arm low back. This time we open. So we're gonna give a little push to that right knee and eyes travel left. I love this sense of width in the balance here. One more inhalation. Be brave with your eyes. Down is always more stable. Up, challenging. Come back to me. Slide back to center. Squeeze and release. What's your move? How are you gonna get rid of that tension? I know, sometimes the funky chicken is really good to release. And when you're ready, once you feel a little cooler in that hip, we are gonna step right toes back. Stay on that same leg. Hinge forward because you know you can stay here. Find your airplane. If you'd prefer, we can stretch the right toes back. Send the arms to follow the toes. Thumbs out, really screwing the shoulder blades in and down. Sweep your right arm overhead, breathe in. Switch arms as you breathe out. In and out. Step your right toes back down, rise on up. Step together, go. Let go of that heat. Left knee to chest, hold a support if you'd like. Figure 4 over the ankle or the thigh. Let it subside. It might take a moment. Big breath in. Full breath out. In and out. You need more, stay. Lift when you're ready. Do your little dance party for one when you're done. Oh my goodness, my friends. Hips are feeling strong. I know, maybe a little tight from that. We'll stretch later. Coming down to our mat now for some core and then moving into big hip stretches. I'm excited. Let's bend any knee. And as you find your way down, we're starting today on our backs, really gentle. Coming into, I wish there was a better name for it, dead bug. Let's call it reverse tabletop for today, okay? So as you lie down on your back, slowly find your knees over your hips. Yeah, we could definitely call this reverse table. Shins are parallel to floor and feet flexed. Arms reach to the sky. Got this. All right, low backs are flat. Belly activated, pulling down to kiss the spine. Right arm, left leg, extend out long. And we only go so low that the back stays grounded. Come back to center. Left arm, right leg, extend long. Come back to center. Now we move at our breath's pace. Inhale one side. Exhale the other. Our goal here is stability, yogi. So the opposite arm and leg stays totally still when the others move. Now for an added challenge, as you alternate sides, you lift your shoulder blades as much off the mat as you can do. Eye gaze does not move from the ceiling. At its lowest, it looks where the ceiling meets the wall. So our necks are super long. Last one, alternating, we are going back to 4 on one side. Right leg, left arm, out, in, out, belly in, switch sides. 4 here, 4. Breathing. Both arms, both legs, you can continue alternating. You can rest your head at any time. We are going for 8. Isn't it crazy how something that started out so easy got so spicy very fast? We have 5. Lift more of your shoulders if you're not feeling challenged. Lower your legs if you're not feeling challenged. 2 more. Hug your knees to your chest. Rest your head. Eyes look left. Feel free to rock and roll on your low back. Give it a little massage to free itself up. Oh my goodness, that got hard. I'm very proud of you for hanging in there, my friends. Move your eyes to the right. Hey, great news. We're gonna start the next core section, totally resting our heads and necks. Make your way back to center with your eyes. Yogis, I'm gonna show you from a strange angle, but I'd like for you to see where we're heading. So if you could look at me, we're finding elevated bound angle. Soles in our feet are together, knees are wide. And to begin, you're just stretching. Grab onto your outer leg or outer feet and gently pull your big toes towards your nose. So if you can see me, I'm gonna demo where we're heading. I call these frog crunches because it feels like frog legs. When we're done stretching, you keep stretching. We're gonna open our arms and begin to tap the balls of our feet together. Strong, like a squeeze, release, squeeze, release. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll straddle the legs to crunch in between. Arms and head can hover, only an option. We'll crunch, all right? So we'll try together. Let's take one more breath in our stretch. Head is definitely resting so our neck feels rejuvenated. This one's fun because it's silly and it feels like it might be just goofy, but then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, in our thighs. Let's try, my friends. Arms reach anywhere. Your head stays low to begin. I like to pull my toes apart from one another. And that way, as you start to clap through the balls of your feet, it feels really engaged, really strong here. Now, if you're not feeling anything, lower your legs. It should be a challenge to keep your belly engaged and your low back flat. You're gonna fire up the inner thighs, so we've gotta breathe strong through this. All right, yogis, starting that little combo. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, straddle, crunch, reach in between your thighs. Rest down. 4, 3, 2, straddle, crunch. Option, as you reach, don't touch your head down. Exhale, crunch. In breath. How's that low back? Hanging on strong? Beautiful job. Come on. Do you think you have it in you to do 2 more of these silly frog crunches? Last one. Come on, I believe in you. Beautiful job. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Rest your head and neck. Now really give your knees a big squeeze to release your hips that you just worked so hard on. Ooh-wee. My friends, set your right foot flat. You might want to let it slide out, but maybe not all the way if your hip is kind of cranky right now. Arms wide. That left knee is still towards your chest, but we're going to take like a tick-tock just to relax in your back here. Slide side to side a little bit with that left knee. Let's switch. Bend your right knee to chest. Left foot flat, but slide out a little so you can tick-tock. And then we'll tick-tock the right knee a little to each side. Really nice. Okay, come on back to center. Bring both knees to your chest. Let them gently fall open towards your armpits. And if you feel like you want a little kickstand, hands can come under outer knees or calves. If you feel like you need more stretch for all that squeezing you did in frog crunches, lay your arms or your hands on the inside of your thighs. Let the inner thighs relax. You feel better? Okay, we're going reclined pigeon, little baby steps into big pigeon today. Let's bring knees back to chest, please. Step your right foot flat, keep your knee bent, and cross your left ankle over the thigh. Let's push the left knee away, create that beautiful space in our hip. Reach through the window and grab on to your right thigh or your right shin. And we're going to draw our entire figure 4 in towards our chest. Staying flexed in our left feet, but your right foot is totally free to have a little party for one down there. You can move through your toes, your ankle. You can do a little tick-tocking, whatever feels good. Let's move on to our other side when you're ready. Right foot flat, left foot flat. Left knee still bent, so you can cross right ankle over the thigh. And just begin by pressing gently away on the right knee. Breathe space into your right hip flexor. When you're feeling ready, reach through your window. You've got a frame around your left knee. We can hug the shin, or if you'd like to straighten your leg, you can hug the thigh. Trying really here to relax through the shoulders, be heavy in the expression on your face. Allow it to drip down towards the floor. You can move if you'd like through your left foot, left toes and ankle. And we're setting left foot flat, but this time taking right leg to the sky. Straighten your ball of foot skywards, really push up, soften your right knee still. And again, we go for that really heavy arm, no matter where you're reaching. Shoulders are soft, toes are being guided towards our nose here. Rebend that foot. Place it flat and step your left foot on the ceiling. I always think about pushing through the ball of my foot. That feels a little longer, right? Drawing inwards, toes towards your nose. And when we stretch our hamstring, we get the whole back body. So if you tuck your chin towards your chest, we can encourage that stretch to come all the way up through the base of our skull. Bending that left knee again. Hugging knees to chest, left arm extends overhead. We roll to our left side fetal position and turn the corner for tabletop. Now, for my folks who need a few minutes to get ready for the rest of their day, it's just now 1:55. So from here for you, you're gonna tuck, crouch back, take a moment to feel that calf massage, lift to fold, and find your way to standing slowly to float out of your practice, and hopefully with a sense of calm and ease into the rest of your day. Thank you for coming. If you can stay, we're going into pigeons. So we'll lift ourselves to down dog. I love this way of arriving in pigeon. Let's lift our left legs and look at your left pinky finger to step outside there. Lift your left hand, move it to the outside of your left foot, and do a little toe healing all the way across your mat. Now, as you land in pigeon, know that if you stay parallel to the top of your mat, it is a big pigeon. So you might want to tuck that heel on in. Back knee bent or straight. Hey, yogis, this is your moment. Find something that does not look like a photo you've seen or something you've heard about, but something that honors your body for what it really needs in this moment. I'm proud of you. Come on down if you can. Resting low. We call this sleeping pigeon. And while you're pausing here, just so we don't wander in our minds and we really give ourselves the gift of being present, I like to think of an hourglass. So remember how you turn the hourglass over to keep time? But that sand falling, I just love thinking about that. I think about that as stress and tension. It gets a little lighter and more open, more light and bright in the top half of the hourglass as heaviness sinks down to the bottom. So we'll do that same thing with our breath, encouraging our bodies to get lighter in whatever is facing the sky, and heavier with whatever is heading downwards or touching our mats. Try to unclench through your jaw. As we release our breath, we release stress and tension. Now, just to honor everyone's time, our 3 breaths in that pigeon is a bare minimum. So if you're not stuck to the 2 p.m., stay. If you are, you need to get your day on, then we'll lift up through the back knee and step back to down dog. We'll lift our right legs and look at our right pinky finger. Step out there, lift up through your hand, do a little toe heel, toe heel, toe heel, just because it's so fun. Over to your left side, tuck that heel in if you'd like. Bend your back knee if you'd like. And when you feel good, we're heading down for 3 breaths in our sleeping pigeons. Perhaps bringing your mind back to the visual of the hourglass. Seeing each of those little grains of sand as a worry or a stressor, or perhaps even a focus on the past, something we can't change. We'll let go of that. A worry about the future, something else that we'll have no impact on, so let go of that. This feels especially good after those frog taps, doesn't it? Love it. Minimum here of 1 more in-breath. I really wish that y'all could stay for like 10. So if you have the time in your day, please do. And when you're done with pigeon on this side, we'll bring our hands back up and step the right leg back, finding downward dog. Now, if there's something you need here, I'm gonna do a little pedaling in my version of dog. That's alternating knees, bending and straightening. Just take whatever you need. And then we'll slowly make our way back, eyes forward to the thumbs as you travel to the top of your mat. Hang over your thighs. Generous knee bend here, yogis. We want a really soft roll to find our way back to standing. Bring a big roll of your shoulders up, back, and down. And as you reach towards the ground, sweep fingers skywards. Press palms overhead, and then gently drop hands down to heart center. Slow release of your shoulders. A grateful tuck of your chin down towards your fingertips. And just pausing here for a moment in admiration of your practice, in awe, hopefully, of the fact that we all awoke today with breath and the ability to move our magnificent bodies. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here and a part of this amazing community, and for allowing me to lead you. I treasure you, yogis. Namaste. and have a wonderful weekend. I can't wait to see you again next week.